I'm Lawsy, and before I say anything else, let me just show you this. Right here on the screen is my actual trading account. I started with just 25k, and in 12 months I've managed to turn that 25k into 85k, a total gain of $60,000 just using simple option strategies. And to be fully transparent, here's where I am year to date. As you'll see, that's just over $31,000 profit so far this year, and it's all been built from the same strategies. I've been learning and refining these strategies since day one. No new funds have been added. I'm not a pro, and this is not financial advice. This is educational purposes only and my personal trading journey. That's all. I'm here to share my journey in a real and honest way and hopefully connect with others who are looking to do the same thing as well. When I first started, I had no real idea what I was doing. I jumped into things like ETFs and penny stocks. I was even trying zero DTE options. So as I'm sure you're all aware, that's pretty much gambling at that point. So it wasn't too long before I realized that it just wasn't sustainable to carry on doing it that way. I was losing money. I had no structure, no strategy. It just wasn't working. It was a mess. The turning point for me came when I was watching finance creators such as TJ the Wheel Deal, shout out, and Felix and Friends at the Go Academy. I wasn't paying these people. I was literally just benefiting from the free content that they was putting out on YouTube. I didn't even know what options were at that time, but learning that I could make money even when the stocks fell, well, yeah, that blew my mind, as it would. That is when I decided to slow down, learn properly, put the time in, and build something that could actually last, something that could be sustainable for me. Was not gambling is the main thing. I did not want to gamble with my money. I started with just the basics to begin with. I needed to try to understand the difference between calls and puts, what they were and how they reacted to the stock market. Then I began selling cash secure puts, just low risk, on stocks I didn't mind owning. It wasn't exciting at that point, but it gave me confidence. That's what helped me to grow. Over time, I stuck with three main strategies. I've come down to leaps, which are long-dated bullish calls, for those who don't know, cash secure puts, and covered calls. These three strategies gave me a way to build income, reduce my risk, and ultimately grow the account, which is why we're all here, right? That's what we want to do. We want to grow the account while all still learning. That's the main thing. You're never going to know it all, and I certainly don't. I'm still learning. That's why I'm here. So let's move on. Let me show you now some of my open trades. So here I've got my leaps and puts on SOFI, which for me has been a key stock. You'll see I own 1,000 shares of SOFI, which I have here, and I've wrote 10 covered calls against them for $20. So, as long as it doesn't reach $20, which, it's on a tear at the minute, it's looking like it actually might, which is why this is showing red. The main things that you guys need to be looking at are these two columns, my P&L column and my P&L open percentage column. And as you'll see, I'm doing pretty well. SOFI, it's doing pretty well. I've got the covered calls will be showing red because it will show that I'm losing, but I got these shares at $7, so I'm going to sell them at 20. If they go, they go. I'm going to make the money regardless, right? And I've got some cash secure puts which are also doing very, very well, and the leaps that we was talking about, again, also doing very, very well. I've also implemented a very, very similar strategy with NVIDIA. Again, I've got 100 shares of NVIDIA, which you can see they're doing very, very well. I had a strangle running. The puts I sold at a profit, so I'm left with the call side, which it's not doing too bad. But again, if they reach 170, I'll happily sell my shares at 170 and be paid to do so, which is exactly what the covered call does. I won't be going too much into what those strategies are on this video. This is just to give you guys an idea of what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. And I've got 4 leaps down here on NVIDIA, which, as you'll see, are doing phenomenally well. Hood, I took a little bit of a gamble on Hood, and I bought the shares at 73.55, which is a little bit high, but it was before It was before the S&P announcement, which, you know, they've still not been announced to be put into the S&P, but they've gone on a tear. Anyway, so they are doing really, really well. 4,000 up on those. And I, again, have sold 2 covered calls against them, dated out in December for 140. So, you know, again, if they get from 73 where I bought them up to 140, fantastic. If they don't, I'll profit anyway. Archer, these, I just wanted 200 shares just to be involved because I think this could be a good one for the future. And it's just something that I'd like to ride up. It's a low risk play. They're not a lot of money. I think I got these for $8. So, yeah. And again, grab a Neo. These, I've got 20 calls on Neo. These are just low value, long-term diversification plays for me. They're tech stocks, which I think could potentially yield me some profits in the future. You've got to take a risk on some of them, I suppose, right? So all of these plays are part of a long-term learning process I'm still trying to figure out. But these positions reflect my research, risk tolerance, and my goals right now as they stand. One of the biggest lessons I've learned is to stay within your means and not leave that lane. I never sell a put unless I'm happy to own the stock. And if I buy a call or a leap, I accept that I might lose that premium. That mindset, being okay with worst case scenarios, has helped me to avoid blowing up my account. I haven't taken any paid courses or joined any signal groups. Everything I've learned has been from YouTube, asking questions and just learning whilst implementing. What I'm working toward now is passive income with options. The strategy that really excites me is the wheel strategy. Sell a cash secure put if you get assigned, hold the stock, sell the covered call to earn weekly or monthly income, and then repeat the process. I'm kind of doing that anyway, but a little bit more, maybe on a monthly basis, a little bit more consistent. It's a strategy where you want the worst case scenario to happen, really. And if you're trading good stocks, it can be a real money printer over time. I'm not saying it's risk free, because nothing is, but it's one of the few systems that makes sense to me. And that fits my personality and my lifestyle. So if you're someone who wants to learn about options or build income from trading in a realistic, grounded way, then this channel's probably for you. I'll be sharing my trades, my wins, my losses, and the taking behind each move. It's not about getting rich quick. It's about building something over time that works for you. If that sounds like something that you might want to be a part of, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Drop me a comment below if you've got a question, want to see more detail on a specific trade, or just want to say hi. I'm building this community for people like us, regular traders, learning as we go and helping each other along the way. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye for now.